everyone. For art this afternoon, we are continuing our integrated study of sound and light and looking at how those concepts are represented in art. Today, we are focusing in on sound in particular, and you're going to be making instruments out of recycled materials you can find around your house. Yay for mum and dad. Today, we are going to be looking at how Indigenous Australian people have created and used musical instruments in the past and in the present, and having a little look at the science behind the sound that is created from those instruments. And then you're going to be putting on your STEM brain. That's when you combine some science and some maths and some building and creating and engineering and technology and all great things. And you're going to be designing your own instrument and then creating it yourself. How do instruments make sound? That's our inquiry question for today. All instruments make sound by causing matter to move very quickly. This is called a vibration. Can you say the word vibration? Wave your phoneme fingers at me. I use my phoneme fingers to sound out words. Let's sound out the word vibration. V, I, B, A, sh, n. Catch it in the air? Vibration. Well done. Let's clap the syllables. Remember, a syllable is a beat in the word, like a drum beat. Ready? Vibration. How many syllables did it have? I hope you held those fingers up quickly at the end. Let's spell the word vibration using our letter names. Remember, every letter has a name and a sound. I hope you haven't been forgetting all of our rhymes and chants from school. Let's spell vibration. Ready? V, I, B, R, A, T, I, O, N. This time I want you to act out a vibration. When you vibrate, that means you're shaking back and forth really, really quickly. If my phone is vibrating, often technology does vibrate. If my phone is vibrating and I put my hand on it, it's like I can feel it buzzing underneath my skin. That's what a vibration is. Well, when we're talking about sound, sound works through vibrations. So something kind of shaking back and forth like that, and then traveling as a wave form through the air from whatever it is that is making the sound, traveling as a wave to your ear and then going through your ear and into your brain and processing as a sound. The vibration creates sound waves, and this is what we hear when musical instruments are played. So here you can see a boy on a congo-looking drum. As he hits the congo, things rattle or vibrate or shake inside it, and that's what creates the sound that we hear. And that vibration flies through the air as a sound wave until it hits our ear, and then it goes inside our head and the brain processes that as a sound. Let's have a think about a didgeridoo. And remember, we studied Aboriginal art last term and we created our very own didgeridoos. A didgeridoo is an aerophone. That means it's like a phone that uses air, breathing into it, to create sound. As you are breathing down the didgeridoo, the air from your mouth is actually vibrating down the tube, and that is what's creating the sound. As they are playing, their lips are also vibrating. What do you call that? A marshmallow? Can you create a marshmallow with your lips? Or a fluffy? I'm not sure what you might call that one. Can you hear the sound? Can you feel the vibration? When they play a didgeridoo, the vibration from their lips causes vibrational air to travel down the tube, out the bottom end, fly through the air as a sound wave to our ear, inside our ear, and then our brain processes the sound. The musician can change the sound and make it louder by using their voice, their tongue, the air in their lungs. Remember, we breathe with our lungs, and the shape of their mouth. Can you make your mouth a circle? Square? Triangle? You can change your mouth into all sorts of shapes, and that affects the kind of waves, sound waves, the vibrations create. Each didgeridoo creates a different sound, a unique sound, depending on what the instrument is made of and how long it is and how wide it is. We call that the length and the width. The sound and materials used to make didgeridoos are unique to each place and to Indigenous Australian people. So we looked at a map of where lots of different Aboriginal people lived around Australia, and we talked about how they had all different tribes and they spoke all different languages. It was like Australia's one country now, but it used to be lots and lots of different countries, all with different types, different tribes of Aboriginal people living in each. So depending on which of those Aboriginal countries you came from within Australia, you might have a slightly different didgeridoo. For example, the Iwadja people of the Coburg Peninsula in the Northern Territory use a thick length of bamboo to create their didgeridoos. Have you ever seen or played clapsticks? Clapsticks are what we call an idiophone. When you strike them together, the whole instrument vibrates, and that's what creates the sound. The volume and the kind of sound that the clapstick creates depends on a few different kinds of things. What kind of wood they're made of, we call that the materials. How hard or soft you hit them together. The shape, length, thickness, and whereabouts on the stick you're hitting. Are you hitting in the middle? On the end? Are you hitting right on the tip? It all creates a different sound. Different Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people use different materials to create their clapsticks. So again, depending on where in Australia the tribe of Aboriginal people came from, they created different types of clapsticks. Leaf playing. This is awesome. I wonder if this afternoon you might be able to head outside and try yourself some leaf playing. Sounds very cool. Blowing on a leaf creates sound by causing the air around the leaf to, say it with me, vibrate. Vibrate is the core word within vibration, vibrating, vibrated. I can add all sorts of suffixes on the end of that word, but the core root of the word is vibrate, ending in my bossy E. Split digraph, long vowel A. As the leaf vibrates against your lips, the air around it, it's like a ripple effect, then vibrates. We call them an aerophone because the sound is created by the air around it vibrating. Just like in the didgeridoo, the air was vibrating down the tube. The musician can change the sound of the leaf by tightening. Can you make your lips really tight? Or loosening. Can you make your lips really loose? This is a really attractive video. The tension on their lips as they blow on it. Leaves can also be doubled over. Have you ever folded a leaf in half? And that can change the sound as well. Again, depending on where in Australia the Aboriginal tribe was from, they had all different types of leaves they would use. And you can imagine in Wollongong, different trees and plants grow to in, for example, Darwin. They might have more palm trees. We might have more gum trees. So different materials were used for the leaf instruments depending on where the Aboriginal people came from. Each material has a different type of sound because it causes a different vibration as it moves against the musician's lips. Seed rattle. Seed rattles are an idiophone. The seed, shell, or other material used strike together as they shake the rattle like a baby rattle, but it's made out of things from nature. So today, you might like to create your instrument out of things from your recycling bin or out from nature to be more like an Indigenous style instrument. How cool! A seed rattle is made from seeds cut in half or shells and strung together with twine, that's like string, into a bundle. You can see that string here and here. They are then shaken, and as you shake it, it's causing the air around it to, what's the word? Vibrate. And you can see in pictures, we often represent those vibration with those kind of waves coming off the instrument, causing the air to ripple effect vibrate and head towards your ears, through your ears, into your brain, and processed as a sound. Drums. Drums are created by stretching animal skin over the end of a hollow base. The sound wave created when you hit the drum causes the skin to vibrate and then sends that sound out through the air as a sound wave towards your ear. The sound can change depending on how tight you pull the skin over the base of the drum, depending on what this base part is made out of. We call those materials. Depending on how hard or how soft the musician hits it. And depending on what you hit it with, maybe you hit it with a stick, maybe you hit it with your hand, that can change the type of sound. Sometimes you can fill the drum with seeds or shells or animal skins, and that will also change the type of sound that is created when it's struck. Drums can be created with possum, kangaroo, goanna, or other animal skins, which each create a different sound. Wood is generally the material used for the bass. And that often came from pandanus tree. That's a tree Indigenous people use a lot. Mrs. Topman's mother-in-law used to live in a place called Gawa, where they did weaving and all sorts of craft with this native tree. All right, we're going to stop there and I'm going to give you your art challenge for this afternoon. On Seesaw, I've put a little page where your first job is for you to design. That means draw, sketch. If you're doing it on an iPad, use your finger to digitally design what you're thinking you might like to create as your instrument this afternoon. Your second step is to go out and actually create it. So you might like to use things from nature or things from your recycling bin, such as cereal boxes, milk cartons, egg cartons, bottle caps and lids and tops, sticky tape, glue. If you're in nature, you might like to use string, shells, rocks, dirt, whatever you can get your hands on. I hope you have lots of fun this afternoon creating your instrument, and I would love to see it on Seesaw and see a video even of you playing it and showing me how it works. And if you'd like an extra challenge, you can try to explain in your Seesaw video the science behind why does your instrument make sound? Is it that as you hit it, it's vibrating and creating sound waves? Or is it as you blow on it, the air is vibrating, creating sound waves? How is your instrument making sound? Have fun, year one. This is a great one, and I hope you enjoy.